Let's begin.
Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? It's your boy Thizzle in the building. Today, I'm going to be talking about the 2019 film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt are a great team together. Their chemistry is damn near flawless. They do a great job with making us feel like these two characters are close friends. DiCaprio puts in a fun performance as Rick Dalton. We get to see his character struggle with his career and have doubts of himself as an actor. He has one or two somber moments, but for the most part, DiCaprio plays Rick Dalton as a quirky, anxious kind of guy. I even like the stutter that he developed for his character. I thought that was a nice touch. Random trivia. Tarantino doesn't like improv in his films, and he's usually very strict with the screenplay and his actors. But the freakout scene in the trailer with Rick Dalton was completely improvised by Leo DiCaprio. And I thought that scene was a great comedic moment in the film. Brad Pitt does a great job playing Cliff Booth. There's a really cool energy to his character, and he plays a badass, old school kind of guy very well. And I personally think that Brad Pitt as Cliff Booth steals the show, especially near the end. Cliff Booth might be my favorite Brad Pitt performance and character. Al Pacino plays Marvin Schwartz, Rick's movie agent. I enjoyed Pacino in his film and loved the look that his character had. My only complaint with Pacino's character is that you barely see him in the film. He has about only 2 or 3 scenes, so I wish Pacino had more screen time. Margot Robbie does a decent job as Sharon Tate. She has a nice energy to her, but she doesn't say much in the film. I would have liked to see more build-up around her playing Sharon. I did like the movie theater scene with Sharon watching herself on the screen. I would say my least favorite character in the film was Pussycat, played by Margaret Qualley. Margaret puts in a good performance. I just found the character a bit unlikable. And there's a creepy line that I didn't like involving her character and Cliff Booth. I did love Cliff's dog, Brandy. Sweet near the beginning, but very brutal towards the end. It's sad when Brandy the dog is a better actor than somebody like, let's say, Tommy Wiseau. Awesome soundtrack from start to finish. I love the Jose Feliciano version of California Dreamin', Ramblin' Gamblin' Man, Treat Her Right. There's some really cool jams in this film. Love the set design, and I loved how Tarantino made the 1960s look in this film. Also love the cinematography done by Robert Richardson. Great visuals. As much as I love sitting back and enjoying the world built around our characters, there are moments that I feel slowed down due to the lengthy runtime. My biggest problem with the film is the Bruce Lee fight sequence. I understand that Cliff Booth was basically imagining the scenario in his head, but I found the scene very disrespectful to Bruce Lee. And the way Tarantino handled the Bruce Lee backlash made it a little bit worse for me. As much as I enjoyed his film, I don't like the Bruce Lee scene, and I personally would have trimmed it out. The ending, however, is a 10 out of 10 for me. The sudden burst of graphic violence was awesome, and I love how darkly comedic the final sequence is. It was refreshing to me to see members of the Manson family get brutally murked off. I would have liked to see Tarantino kill off Charles Manson and take it a bit further, since this film already feels like a Tarantino fantasy. Random trivia. This film also gave a boost to 2 newer actors that are doing very well right now. Mikey Madison from Scream 5 plays a crazy Manson girl here, and I thought she did a good job for the small role that she had. And there's Austin Butler, who plays Tex, the asshole Manson member that gets wrecked by Cliff Booth at the end. Butler went on to play Elvis in the new Elvis film that I still haven't seen. So there's that little bit of trivia. For the most part, I really enjoy this film. I have some problems with the runtime, and I genuinely don't like the Bruce Lee sequence. But despite the problems that I have, I'm going to give Once Upon a Time in Hollywood an 8 out of 10. If you ask me, I don't think Tarantino is going to make the next film his last film. I think he has way too many ideas in his head. He's been saying way too many ideas in the past 20 years or so. so I don't think the next film is going to be his last. Personally, I'd love to see Tarantino do a mob Scorsese kind of film with someone like a Tom Hanks playing the bad guy. I know he has movies like True Romance, and even Pulp Fiction has some mob elements to it. But I would like to see Tarantino tackle a 1960s or 50s kind of mob movie with an excellent cast. But I appreciate y'all. It's been your boy Fro Thizzle. Subscribe for more. Leave some comments for some recommendations or some movies that you would like to see me review. That's it. Peace.
You are...
I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business.
No, I was dumber than that. Something like Rex.